Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about different ways you can use the morphs. There's a bunch of different morph parameters, making it so that you can really customize it to your playing style. Over here we have the first morph section, and we have options for velocity, wheel, pedal, meaning the expression pedal, and aftertouch. And then over here we have another impulse morph that is conveniently located next to the pitch bend wheel and mod wheel. So you actually have, if you get used to this, you can have your thumb on the mod wheel, index finger on the pitch bend wheel, and third finger on the impulse morph. So you can really kind of get into this whole other dimension over here. In this tutorial, we're just going to be talking about different ways that you can use the various morphs to affect your playing and some practical uses for it. So let's dive into the very first one. The first one is going to be the mod wheel. And so let's do a classic case where we have just a sawtooth wave here. And we're going to map the wheel to the frequency. So all you got to do is you hold the morph you want, in this case the wheel, and then bring it up to the highest value of the parameter. So in this case we want the whole thing. And so now this should work. And you can have more than one mapping. So say we had some reverb, like, and we wanted the wheel not only to control the frequency, but we also wanted the dry wet for the reverb. We can do that as well by doing this, holding wheel and then adding this one. We're going to go up to around like 8 or so. So yeah, you can do that with all the effects, including on a layer level. Let's move on to Aftertouch. Let's say we have a basic kind of lead sound. Let's make Aftertouch do something interesting like affect the pitch. So I want it so that when I have the Aftertouch fully engaged, it's going to bring the whole pitch up an octave. So the way we do that is we press Aftertouch, and we go to semitones in our oscillators, and we're going to bring that up to 12 semitones an octave. And now so you can really have some fun with that. You could also have that bring in another layer, like a guitar sample or something like that. I have one loaded up here, so I'll just press Aftertouch and then bring it all the way in. So oh yeah, quick trick. Shift, wheel assign button, that opens up pitch stick range. Let's talk about velocity. So we have a simple brass patch like. Say we want the envelope amount to be affected by how hard we play. So meaning like when we play at lower velocities, it's more like. When we play at higher velocities, it's like. So we can do that with this button velocity over here, but it doesn't give us a lot of control about how much that's affecting the sound. So if we use velocity, we can, once again, go to our lowest value in the parameter to the highest one. Obviously, you can use velocity to go to another destination. It could be anything. Sky's the limit. Let's take a look at the impulse morph. This is next effect is something I like to do emulating like stutter pedals and things like that. So I'm going to make a simple pluck sound on this first oscillator, or on this first layer. So what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer by pressing monitor, copy, A, and now shift monitor the layer I want. Now I've got it on both layers. So cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this do something a little different, like add the arpeggiator. So check it out. What I want it to do is when I press the impulse morph button, I want it to switch to the other layer. So the way we do that is we press morph, pull down, and pull up. So there you go, that's an easy way to use the morph button to duplicate your idea onto another layer and then change it so that it does a variation on your sound. Let's finally talk about the pedal modulator. And this can be used in, obviously, just like the mod wheel, you could map the cutoff frequency to it or, whatever. I'm gonna show you a patch I made for the J3PO Nord Wave 2-pack. This is a guitar patch called Texas Nights. The way this works is I have the volume of this layer mapped to my foot, and then on the second layer, I actually have the same patch duplicated. It's only bringing in the sound, but not affecting the reverb because the reverb is tied to your layer. That's another important thing to note, that when you bring the volume down on your layer, you're also bringing down the reverb, so it can sound unnatural. But if you do it like this, you can achieve So there you have it, the 5 morphing possibilities, and you can mix and match them in any patch that you make, and there's kind of unlimited destinations. So once you start sound designing, I mean, you can really customize these morphs to give your playing a dynamicism that goes past just the white and black notes. All right, see you next time.